Today on We Love It Outdoors.
November 30th, the opener of Muzzleloader in Minnesota, and here we go.
It's gonna happen tonight. I mean, this feels so awesome.
I'm Dan Eigen, full-time guide and avid outdoorsman. These days, it's easy to get stuck inside in a virtual world. But the real world is outside. So I challenge you to put your instincts to work, making real memories with real people. Because we love it outdoors. Tradition. The rich history of hunting and shooting in America is one of the main reasons why we love the outdoors so very much. Our forefathers blazed a trail of appreciation for the ways of wildlife and life in the woods that we still try to follow today. Technological advancements and modern wildlife management practices have certainly changed the way we do things. But every fall, a growing number of hunters choose to essentially extend their current firearm deer season by a couple of weeks and return, at least partially, to the ways of old by taking to the woods with a modern-day muzzleloader. Today, the We Love It Outdoors crew is going to join those ranks on a classic mid-Minnesota late-season muzzleloader deer hunt. As a muzzleloader rookie, my first stop is the Mills Fleet Farm Gun Department to get set up with one of today's modern inline muzzleloaders. These guns have advanced considerably from the old flintlock days.
50 caliber. Okay.
Black powder has been replaced by a cleaner, smokeless powder. Round balls have been replaced by a more accurate rifled bullet. And a small enclosed primer makes misfires essentially a thing of the past. It's still weeks prior to the season opener, but like any other hunt, it's always a good thing to do a little scouting. And boy, do we have an amazing piece of land to explore. This is Philbrook, a slice of central Minnesota woods and prairie that is the personal outdoor playground of longtime hunting product sales rep Bruce Hudala.
I found this original 280 acres here in Fawn Lake Township of Todd County, and it's been a passion ever since, and now we've grown the property up to 480 acres, and we've probably planted over 50,000 trees, oaks, pine, apple trees, and we manage the property for white-tailed deer and wildlife. We have added wildlife dugouts for water, food plots. There's probably a little over 30 food plots. And the turkey population has grown, the deer population has grown, rough grouse, and it's been kind of a labor of love. It's my escape from reality.
Really important to have a food plot like this for the late season. We have a sanctuary here where the deer get plenty of protection. They get heavy cover there, bedding cover. There's a little creek that runs through here. And then in this food plot, we've got the Biologic Maximum, which is a mixture of turnips and brassica, and also we have the standing corn. So the deer can browse on it. It's very high protein all summer long. And then they eat the leaves, the stems that they're down to now, and then when the stems are gone, they'll eat the tubers and the bulbs on the bottom. And I can show you what some of those look like. They're very, very highly preferred. They're pretty good size. There's a big guy.
Look at that, yeah.
So what they'll do is they'll eat the leaf,
Yeah.
and then they'll go to the stem, and then the bottom is the concentration of all the sugars and things like that. So they'll actually, when it freezes in the ground, they'll hollow it right out and eat it right out, or they'll try to paw it out and consume the whole thing. But looking at this food plot here, you're probably looking at, even right now with them feeding heavy here, there's probably over a ton of forage.
To create the ideal whitetail habitat, Bruce employs a well-known philosophy referred to as quality deer management, the goal of which is very simple.
I think it's giving the deer habitat that they don't want to leave. They've got security here. We have sanctuary areas we never go into other than shed antler hunt in the spring. We provide them water, cover, food. There's no reason for them to want to leave. So we get bucks that set up their home territories here, and they stay here and they age here and grow into mature animals.
What we've got here is we've got rye and oats planted. So we got some green forage for the deer. And over here in the corner, we put in a little water hole for them.
Okay.
And also we have ear corn. And then on top of the hill, we have 4 acres of rye and oats planted, and right in the middle of their bedding area here. So this is a heavy traffic area. You see the trails going up and down the bank over there?
Yeah.
A lot of deer move back and forth through here. And we've got a tree blind and a conveniently located little mound right there for you. So it should give you a great observation point in this area and into the corn and the whole works. I think the key thing that people need to understand, whether you have 1 acre or 500 acres, that you can manage that property to be the best it can be. And the whole key is provide sanctuary, cover, water, and food.
It may be that anyone can employ quality deer management strategies in any situation, but after a tour of the Philbrook property, I'm not sure there are too many who do it any better than Bruce. And I can't wait for muzzleloader season to open, which it will when We Love It Outdoors returns. Boy, do they grow them big at Philbrook. It's the eve of the 2013 Minnesota muzzleloader deer season, and pulling into Bruce Hudala's Philbrook farm, I'm fired up and ready for my first black powder hunt.
Welcome.
And Bruce!
Wally Dan!
How are you? Good to see you. Nothing is spared on a Philbrook hunt, and that includes first-class camp life, complete with unbelievable food.
Gotta kind of dig around, the shrimps on the bottom, the sausage.
Old friends, and the endless supply of stories that come along with them. What do we got here?
Last year, opening day in the evening, I got lucky. We like to grow them big here.
Wow, is that a buck?
I would say the hunting gods are with me. I don't know how much skill is involved in getting it done.
Joining me on this hunt is Todd Hess, one of Bruce's top sales reps and an avid outdoorsman himself.
Bow hunting is one of my favorite passions in life, and muzzleloader hunting is really very similar to bow hunting. You don't have a very extensive range, and especially in Minnesota where you have to use open sights, muzzleloading can be very tricky. And it's one thing that you want to do is you want to spend a lot of time shooting your muzzleloader. I shot mine probably about 30 times, I suppose, something like that, and I know Walleye Dan did the same thing. And you're basically just trying to get your gun to pattern, and then you're also trying to find out what your effective range is.
For Todd and I, this muzzleloader season started slow. Mild temperatures and the fact that the deer were still recovering from the pressure of the recent rifle season had deer movement at a minimum, and over the first 2 days we saw very few animals. This isn't unusual to veteran muzzleloader hunters. Post-rut and post-rifle season bucks are often strictly nocturnal, and the muzzleloader season can be more of a doe harvest opportunity. But that's important, because serious quality deer management advocates like Bruce Hudala will tell you keeping buck-doe ratios in balance by harvesting mature does is key to a healthy deer herd. What we needed was a major weather change, something to jumpstart feeding activity, and we got it on the morning of day 3.
I think winter is coming. It sounds like we're supposed to get 7 inches of snow tonight. And certainly think that the deer would be on their feet trying to get their last meal, you know, off the ground before it gets covered up.
It's been snowing since about 7:30, 8 o'clock this morning, and it's supposed to snow for another, 4 or 5 hours. So anyway, we're sitting on this biologic food plot here, and hopefully these deer are going to come out. The other night they came out, but we ran out of camera light, so.
First one's a big dog. Honor. Yeah. First one's a big dog. Yeah. I hit her. Did you? Yeah. Yeah. Stay on her. I got her. I lost her. I'm pretty sure I hit her. Did you? Could you tell? I thought I heard it. Yeah. Got blood. Alright, that's good. Good sign. I think we got her right here, man. Yes. Look at that.
So Todd puts a tag on the first muzzleloader kill of the season for our crew.
And the CVA you put it right on the mark, didn't you?
I did. Yeah.
Nice job.
It was nice. It worked out perfect.
Cool.
I actually heard the bullet hit her. Yeah, so we'll get her tagged and get her out of here.
And in Bruce Hudala's deer camp, there's no waiting around to enjoy the fruits of the harvest. As soon as we can get Todd's doe back to camp, the back straps are removed, sent to soak in a marinade, then placed on a good hot grill.
This is the best one in the whole bin right there. Look at that.
This is absolutely incredible. I mean, we were concerned that there weren't any deer around for 2 days. They just weren't moving. I mean, look at this. It's everywhere. Tracks everywhere.
On day 4 of our hunt, the snow continued to pile up and the deer activity continued to increase. And while both Todd and I had opportunities at healthy does, with one more day left, we both decided to hold out for a buck.
gonna be a white Christmas. But it's gonna be red at Kilbrook today.
The final day of our muzzleloader hunt dawns, with more snow and not much as far as deer activity.
We've been hunting since Saturday. That's a long time. I mean, I love to hunt, but it's like, for those of you that think hunting is easy, no, it's not. Keeping mentally in the game is the key to this, because this has been kind of a grind.
Down to our final evening in the woods, it was time to produce buck or doe. Another weather change in the form of falling temperatures would hopefully have the deer moving, and for the first time all week, the wind was in the right direction to hunt Bruce's two best stand locations.
Where's that? Now let's just wait. And see.
Wind's perfect. You can see it's coming right into the blind here. You can't beat this weather. We're gonna have a great night. It's a buck.
The light is fading on our 2013 muzzleloader deer hunt, and I still have an unused tag in my pocket. My hunting partner, Todd Hess, has one nice doe on the meat pole and just passed on a small buck.
Looked like a big mature deer with just a fork, no brow tines.
Now he's got another healthy management doe in his sights.
I'm gonna take her. It was getting to crunch time, and we had to do something. We had about 15 minutes of light left, and I just said, heck with it. I couldn't take it any longer. It's my last night. She's a big, mature doe. So, I think I smoked her right in the shoulders.
It looks like Todd has doe number 2 on the ground. Now, it just might finally be my turn.
Oh boy, that just goes to show you the difference between a young deer and an old deer. That big doe came out with the same one as last night, and she's just not happy at all. So she ran back in there, and I'm thinking she might do what she did last night and circle back around this way. So we'll just see what happens, but she is a smart bugger.
We knew on Saturday that this was going to be the day because there was weather moving in. Tomorrow it's supposed to be ice cold. We knew the deer were going to move, and they moved big time. It wasn't until about 3:30 where we saw the first 2 deer. 2 yearlings came out, and after that it was like the whole field came alive. I mean, there were big does coming in.
Oh, clocked. Okay, shh. Oh, my word. This has just been an unbelievable hunt. My first ever shot at any kind of game with a muzzleloader. You saw it live right there, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I love it. Oh, wow. Look at that beautiful deer. Oh my. This is a big, beautiful, mature doe. Lord, thank you for this awesome hunt. Thank you, Bruce Hudala. Oh my word. This has been an incredible hunt. Absolutely incredible hunt. So, thank you very much, Bruce.
Good job, guys. Couple mature does.
Yes, that is awesome.
Appreciate your help getting our buck-doe ratio line a little bit. Take these big mature does like this out, and the plan worked perfect. We had the food and the weather helped us out, and the deer showed up.
Here it is, the daily doe double
The daily doe double.
at Philbrook.
I like it.
So, gosh, what a way to end the trip. Man, oh man. Awesome. Woo! Look at that. Once again, thank you very much. Todd?
Yes, appreciate it, Dan.
That was a blast. Load them up, head them out.
I'll never be one to tell anybody to completely give up on modern technology and equipment, but I think we've proven this week that there's a time for everything, and sometimes the old ways, no matter how challenging, really are the best ways. It's just another way we can hang on to wonderful traditions that make our way of life special. And of course,
We love it!
continue this adventure by visiting your local Mills Fleet Farm store or shop online at fleetfarm.com for all your sporting good needs and more. fleetfarm.com.